Hey everybody, I am so glad to be here tonight. I am going to bring you somebody today that is really pretty special for me. Her name is Nurse Mary. She's an RN, and I wanted to be able to talk to her today with you guys because I wanted to answer a lot of your questions. I had a lot of questions about how I was doing with the GLPs and things like that. And so I want to be able to share because I want all you guys to be as healthy, happy that you want to be. And that means losing weight and losing a lot of weight that whether you have like 30 pounds or 3 pounds, it all feels the same, right? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, thanks for being here. Let me see if Mary Jo is ready to come on. I'm going to go ahead and invite her now. The thing about Mary Jo is that she's a nurse. She's here to give you free advice about what she's doing. She's doing a supplement. So take advantage of it. Ask questions. This is your opportunity. You know, you get a lot of chances to do a consult with people. And, a lot of times they can be expensive. Those consults can be expensive. So I want to be able to add some value to you. And Mary Jo, if you are there, please come on out and give me a request. Let's give you a request to join. Mary Jo. Nurse Mary. There she is. We can go ahead and go. So let me tell you really quick what I've been doing. I went off the GLP really quick for about a month. My doctor wanted me to do that. And it was very, very difficult for me because I started to gain a lot of weight. I gained about, I'd say 20, let's see, I lost 30 and I gained 8 within a month. That's how fast it was, and it was kind of scary. So I really wanted to have the opportunity to, tell you guys about it. You're not alone. I've been through this before, and I really wanted to have the opportunity to, just share a lot of the information. Now, she's really good at giving out information about insulin resistance. So if you have any of that, go ahead. Let's, ask. Let's see where you at, Mary Jo. I hope you're coming. She's probably having a hard time connecting. That's what I'm thinking. So, um, here we go. So anyway, what the product is that it is called Unicity. So if you've heard of Unicity, please let me know in the comments because I want to know what your opinion is of it. I can tell you right now that it is like a hormone tea that I drink in the morning. So I drink about 16 ounces of this tea. It's really easy. It's really flavorful. You can really enjoy it. And when I do drink that, it just kind of like hydrates me and gets me going. But what that's meant to do is lower the cortisol levels. So when it lowers the cortisol levels, you feel better. Your body's not so stressed out, right? Because when your body's stressed out, it hangs on to fat. And so I'm able to start my day. You guys see me here first thing in the morning. And then what I end up doing is that I end up just doing a bit of my exercise routine. A lot of it is meditation as well. So if you are doing that kind of meditation as well for your weight loss, I don't know about you, but that really helps me a lot. So I really enjoy being able to do that. And then on top of that, don't really start eating till about noon. And when I do eat at noon, I eat things like a salad with a protein and a carbohydrate, a simple carbohydrate like a sweet potato. Hi, everyone. So nice to see you. Let's see. Still, wow. I know she's out there. I know she's out there. Okay. Okay, let's hope she gets here soon. Anyway, there she is. Hi, how are you?
Good, good. I was having trouble connecting. I apologize,
Oh,
but I'm here.
oh, okay. I was just telling everybody a little bit about what we're doing and stuff. Mary, 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 Mary.
And my beautiful
So tell
friend.
me what, I told you that I was doing the GLPs and things like that, and I'm still a big believer in them. I still think that they serve a purpose, but I also like and enjoy the fact that what you have is kind of like in conjunction with it, right? It really is one of those things. Can you just explain it to the people who kind of like want to lose weight for the summer and what it is that they're interested in doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a yerba mate tea that is highly concentrated.
Mm,
And this company, Unicity, has 5 patents and 12 scientific studies done on this product that is all natural and works really well if people are on any medication. So if you're on medications for diabetes, if you're on medications for hypertension,
Hmm.
any kind of medications, it won't interrupt. As a matter of fact, like you had mentioned, it works collaboratively with your body normally to help. It adjuncts the weight loss. It helps to also adjunct the appetite suppressant.
I was
And
telling
then,
you that it lowers cortisol. That's how I understand it to
yeah,
work. So, so
it,
it just has like a calming effect, right?
absolutely, because it has the tea, and teas have a different type of caffeine than the coffee. So, where coffee will increase your cortisol, the tea doesn't have that effect, but yet you still get
Uh,
the energy off of it. So, that is why it's also helpful, and it also helps for people who are wanting to lose weight because it does give them that extra energy.
yeah.
So it works in conjunction with whatever, whatever health journey you're on and wherever you're trying to get to. This is a wonderful natural product that can assist you in your goals.
So, you know what? Explain to people what it is their bodies are going through with, just like insulin resistance, because we all hear about that a lot. And I think a lot of people just, it's a catchphrase and some people don't understand it. But really, my understanding of it is that you're just not processing sugar anymore. You've kind
Correct.
of like shut your body
It,
down a bit, right?
That is exactly correct. So if this is your cell and anything, nutrition, sugar, anything that's trying to get into that cell, your cell has hardened. It's also why people think that when we get older, we're gaining that menopause weight and it's hormonal. Partially, it is hormonal because insulin cannot go in, but truly is your cell. Your cell is toxic, it is capsulated, and it can't process anymore. And so that is where we run into trouble.
So, but
So we,
basically, what we've done is just we've added so much sugar to our diet. Is that it? That our body just doesn't know how to process it anymore?
yeah, and too many carbs, too much sugar, it overwhelms the system. So the
And
way to combat that is do the reverse, have
well,
less
a
carbs.
lot of that has to do, I'm sorry, I'm just going to raise this a little bit. A lot of that has to do with exercise and eating differently, right?
Yeah, but the exercise again, we don't want to do the treadmill and the gym a million hours. If you add just 3,000 steps, that's like, 15 to 30 minutes of a walk. That's it. Walk your dog, walk yourself, go
Walk
with a
yourself.
friend,
Well, what,
go with your friends.
yeah, but exactly what effect does that have on the insulin resistance in your body?
It lowers the insulin and the cortisol.
Okay.
So being active, and it increases your serotonin.
Mm,
So serotonin is another hormone that makes you feel good. So when you're outside and you're walking, your serotonin, because the sun enters through your eyes and increases the serotonin in your brain, and you're like, oh, I don't know why. I feel great. I'm so happy. Let's do this some more.
yeah.
And then especially when you're with a friend or you're listening to your favorite song, another hormone, the oxytocin hormone, gets released, and that also makes you feel good.
Mm,
That's the same hormone that gets released when you do breastfeeding. That makes women, that's why you can, because it gives you a really good euphoric feeling. There's so many good hormones that we actually need that are not the sex hormones that people don't know about and they don't hear about, that we really need to be well mentally and in a good mood.
right.
And so I love talking about that.
Somebody in the comments was saying how impatient we are these days. Like we want surgery and we want to be skinny, like, within 5 minutes. And that just isn't going to happen. But the big trend with the GLPs is that it is really making it possible for people who may not have had the right lifestyle choices to cope. And I think a lot of that is having to do with the food noise in your head. When you're bored, you eat. When you're tired, you eat. When you're depressed, you eat. You know what I mean?
A
And
hundred
everybody does
percent. That's me. There are people that stress out and don't want to eat. Oh, that's not me.
that.
If I'm stressed, I want to eat. But that's the cortisol too. And that's what also makes your brain go, hey, feed me, feed me. I'm under duress. I need something for energy to fight this because something is wrong. You're telling me and you're stressed out. So that's why it's important to lower the insulin, then the cortisol gets lowered, and then you're on a better path. And it's easier to not overeat.
So these supplements don't really fight the food noise the way the medications do. But what is it that somebody can expect to experience going through, the hormone tea in the morning, and then you have a fiber drink that you recommend before each meal, right?
Yeah, or just for dinner, right before dinner. But the tea, the other effect that the tea has is that it does give you that extra energy. It's kind of like a mood enhancer and it gives you this energy. And I tell people, mix this with a big pitcher of water when you first start because it really will give you a lot of energy.
So you
So that's a
probably want to
plus.
drink it at night then.
Don't drink the tea at night. The balance, which is the fiber, you can have before dinner. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And that also helps. It's like the roto-rooter, helps to kind of flush everything out, get rid of toxins that you obviously are building when you're fasting. Your liver is releasing toxins to try to get rid of whatever is mucking up the liver. So you need to get rid of that. And that's why the fiber is so important.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, that tea you do once in the morning, get yourself started, and then you have the fiber before each meal. How many of those fiber packets can you take? And what exactly, actually, maybe we should talk about that first. What's in that? Because it's very much like a jello, a liquid jello, is how I describe
So it has 30 soluble and insoluble fibers. I couldn't possibly eat this much fiber. I don't care how many salads or how many vegetables I would fix in my plate. I couldn't possibly have that much fiber. So this fiber is fantastic. And so it has, like I said, 30 different kinds, which feeds your microbiome. So it helps your gut with the nutrition that it needs. And that tells the brain, hey, I'm okay.
it.
I've got what I need. I don't need anything extra. I'm good. And the good thing about the tea is that it also has that appetite suppressant, not as strongly as the medications, the semaglutides, but strong enough that it does help.
Oh,
Help with that. The dogs came in, but that's okay.
I can hear
Sorry
the,
about
I
that.
hope that's the dogs.
My dog is like, hey, mom, how's it going? I'm like, hey, I'm busy. But that's
Okay,
what happened.
but basically, how much weight can somebody expect to lose if they use this protocol?
So if you really are for weight loss, you want to do 2 teas a day and only one fiber because the teas really do help to lower the appetite and give you that energy to get you moving and you actually can't sit still. So that's a good thing.
Mm.
So they recommend the 2 teas a day and one fiber and people lose all kinds of weight. But my husband did it and men
Yeah,
especially will lose 30 pounds within a couple of months.
yeah.
It is so fast. And for women, they lose anywhere between 10 and 20 pounds in the first 2 months. And the biggest thing is that they do lose the love handles or the inner thighs or wherever the fat accumulates. It's amazing how the fat kind of melts off.
Yeah.
Just like what you were saying with the injectables. This does increase the GLP-1 in your intestines.
Mhm.
So it does the same effect. So you'll get like a triple duty.
Yeah, well,
You'll be
that sounds good.
you'll be really working it.
So I thought the protocol was one tea, but now you're saying it's two teas.
They've
So
changed it. They've changed it to allow people who want a faster result with weight loss to 2 teas a day and only one fiber at night.
okay,
So
so right before dinner you would have the fiber, and then outside of the supplements, anything that you can recommend for people that want to lose weight? I mean, we all want to kind of like get in shape for this summer, right?
so my other tip that I absolutely love and I practically have every day after dinner is a little bit of apple cider vinegar with club soda.
Oh, really?
So I feel like I'm having my cocktail after dinner.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
very
wow.
clean and it has bromine. So apple cider vinegar has bromine, which is also, it helps with any cravings. Usually after dinner, I feel like something sweet. I'm
Mm,
a sweet tooth.
yeah.
And so after dinner, I'm always wanting some chocolate or something sweet or a dessert. And I just like during the week, I'm really good. And I'll have my apple cider vinegar with club soda and I have no cravings. Perfect. I hard stop at 8 o'clock, skip breakfast, have lunch at 12. and I'm good. Have my teas in the morning
Yeah.
and then have lunch and then have my fiber right before
How
dinner
do you cope
and I'm good.
with social events? Like, I think that that's really difficult for people, and especially like coming off of this weekend, we all got, parties or, the barbecues for mom or something, like
So
that.
in social events, I really double up. I end up doing two teas and two fibers because I know I'm going to have extra sugar, extra. And it's scientifically proven when you have this fiber right before an alcohol drink or right before a meal, it lowers your insulin and helps to neutralize the carbs. So you're really helping your body not spike the insulin and get that cortisol up and storing fat. So you're not going to store the fat. You're not going to do that.
Mm.
So you can
My,
have your cheat days,
yeah.
just not every day.
My understanding of the fiber is the way you've explained it to me before, and I want to make sure that everybody here understands it, is that it is the fiber you drink first prior to eating a meal, and in essence, that coats your stomach. And then whatever you subsequently eat, it slows down the digestion process so that you feel fuller longer, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And then
That's
it moves through
perfect.
your system at such a slow rate, the absorption of carbohydrates is minimalized.
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's right.
Because I think we can understand it that way. Because if then in essence what you're doing is you're forcing your body into a low carb diet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Only that this
That
tea and this fiber kind of expedite that.
that's right.
Okay.
That's right. And
Yeah.
it helps you to make better decisions too. Because if your brain is getting the message, hey, I've got nutrition, I got fiber that is feeding my microbiome, it's not going to say, hey, keep giving me junk. It's going to go, hey, I could have some protein and a
Mhm.
vegetable for
Because
dinner.
you're kind of quieting that food noise that's in your head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in your stomach, literally, you are filling up your stomach with this goop. It turns into a goop.
Yeah,
And
really gelatinous. Very. Yeah.
and so then your stomach's like, hey, I'm already half full. I don't know what you have planned, but don't give me too much more. And it's perfect. Then
Yeah.
you don't
I
overeat.
I really do like that aspect of it. Now, remember everybody, it is a fiber supplement and it's like not like Metamucil. It's more sophisticated than Metamucil, right? It's got obviously it has a lot more in it, but you can imagine what that's going to do. So you really need to make sure that you temper that because digestively you're not going to know what's going to happen until you get there.
But yeah, if you are worried about it, oh, what is it called? It's called unicity balance. You can look it up on the PDR or unicity Unimate tea.
Right.
And
Now,
that's
for those of
also
you
on
who
the
don't know what the PDR is that's the physician's desk reference. It's kind of like their Bible for all different medicines, right?
yes.
Pharmaceuticals,
Yep.
right? Yeah. And
And
this is the only one that's in the PDR. Everything else that you see is not included in that. And that really gives you the litmus test of the standard of how good the product is. If you
that's
can get
right.
into the PDR, I mean, that's really good. I know that from my legal days when I was
That's
doing depositions. So, but that's really good.
and
So,
if you
but
want to find my link at
yeah,
nursemaryjo.com, I have a website. You can find me on there or on Instagram, Nurse Mary Jo. And
right. I'll
my
put
link
it
is
at
right
the top
on
of
there.
my page so that it's really easy for everybody to find. They
Thank
can just
you.
go to the top. It'll take you straight over there. And then, you can go ahead and look at the product and order it from Mary Jo and stuff. It's a very fascinating product, and I'm really glad that I'm using it, especially now that I'm off the Wegovy and stuff. But I hope to get back into that routine because there's something really beautiful about um, being healthy, losing weight to be healthy. Yeah, we all want to look great and skinny and feel good, but my skin looks better. My energy level is high. And I think that for me, that's really what I like about the product. You know what I mean? Because
I agree. Me
I
too.
do want to be skinny. Don't get me wrong, I do. But I cook for, so much pleasure too. That's my love language. So the
That's
additional
perfect.
benefits, yeah, the additional benefits of the really good skin and the energy level, it just love that for that reason, for that
Perfect.
reason. So
That's perfect, honey.
yeah, and it comes with different flavors, right?
Yeah, so you get the lemon or the lemon ginger,
Mm,
depending on what you prefer. And the lemon ginger is a little more spicy, and I like it. It
Yeah.
has obviously the, anti-inflammatory, and it's anti-cancer and anti all these great things. And then the fiber is always orange, but it tastes like a orange Julius. Any of you
Right.
know what the orange
Yeah.
Julius is?
Yeah, it is pretty sweet. So yeah, I mean, just so that you guys know, it's not like a fiber like you're chewing on a piece of cardboard or like Metamucil, which has like a terrible taste to it. This has been really formulated well. So I really like that
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah, it's
again,
so
it is
great.
called Unicity. It is a hormonal drink with that will lower your cortisol, and a fiber drink that will push you into being a low carb keto type of
Great.
state, keto.
Mhm.
And if you'd like to get that, you can go to the top of my page or to Nurse Mary Joe. Is that right?
That's right. NurseMaryJo.com. Super
.com.
easy. And
Okay.
J-O, Mary Jo, J-O, Mary J-O.
J-O. That's it. Okay, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my feed in case you want to see the replay and get information again. But Mary, I'm going to put the name of it here and post it for everybody so that they can see. It is called Unicity. And then Mary Jo, put in
Okay, let me put my
your
website.
yeah. So Mary Jo, Nurse Mary Jo, you said?
NurseMaryJo.com.
Perfect. So that way everybody else can see it as well. So
I know I
okay,
should have put
everybody.
that in earlier. I kept forgetting. And somebody asked if it was sweetened with stevia, and yes, it does have erythritol and stevia, which are natural sweeteners, but they're not very sweet. It doesn't taste like super sweet. It's just right. It's like in Alabama we used to call it the sweet tea, like tea with a little bit of a lemon taste, and
Uh,
it is so good to sip on all day long. You don't even miss your coffee. You won't even
oh,
miss your
now
coffee.
that's a bold statement.
Well, I was a coffee drinker too, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to not have
I,
coffee. And
you know,
I'm telling you, now I don't even miss it. Now I'm happy I don't have to drink it.
right? Yeah. I think a lot of that has to do with hydration. I think that, when people have coffee in the morning, yeah, it's the caffeine too, but I think they're hydrating themselves because when I drink the hormone tea, I really don't crave the coffee either. So I know what you're talking about. I do. So,
Yeah.
well,
All right.
listen, thank you so much, Mary. I really appreciate it. So, everybody,
Judy.
nursemaryjo.com. That's your link.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
We'll see
right.
you soon.
Take care,
Thanks.
everybody. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.